No. All right, ladies, welcome to class. Welcome to class. So we're going to get some movement in and get some warm-ups and go from there and get through our lesson today. Today is class number 2. Oh, awesome. Wrist releases standard and trap and rolls 3, 4, and 5, which is going to be your punch block, wrist pin, and spread hand variations. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Andy. Okay, that'll work. Six feet, 2 hand part, 2 arm distance. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good deal, good deal. I told them to make you a card. They didn't do it. One without your name written on it. I'm sorry.
Can we go demand?
That's it?
Can we go to the desk and demand?
Yeah, slam your fist on the desk.
See how far that goes.
Seems to be the only way things that happen nowadays in the world. Yeah. It's not to be nasty. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Battle flag, then us race, please. Me about you. All right, so ladies, let's go ahead and get warmed up. Just you know what? Let's do. So just a little jogging place, please. Nice little easy jogging place. Get our bodies warmed up since we don't get to partner up with our friends. Another week and a half. Yeah, the week of the 15th, so it'll be 17th. The first 5 will get partnered.
But that week, you're gonna have like full classes. Taekwondo, everything.
Well, it's the week after testing, so
Oh, right.
there
Okay.
won't be too much.
That's good.
All right, knees up. Heels up. All right. From here, just a little bit. Oh, you're good. And we'll just slide sideways a little bit. So you can slide a couple steps, and then slide a couple steps, kind of warming up the insides and outsides of the legs. Good. Okay, let's do this. Let's have, we can just do it this one. So we're here now, hips are going to be back, and I want you to couple steps backwards and then jog forward. Couple steps backwards. So hips back. Yes. Think about trying to keep as much contact with the ground as possible, but making sure you're covered. Very good, very good. Okay. From here. Right. Kelly, jump off. Do we have anyone? We don't have any. Okay. We'll just keep going as we. All right, forward arm swings. Backwards. Go ahead and get moving. Sitting in there at my desk working. Allergy medicine was starting to take over.
In what way? Oh, Ziggy.
Allergies are bad down here. We just moved to this area and last summer at Langston.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's having a horrible time.
Being in the River Valley.
We've only been here 3 years, and my youngest son, it's so bad.
It's up and down. Right and left. Your shoulders. All right, a little strengthening of the neck today. You might see this underneath our chin. You're going to just hold your hands there. You're not going to push on your head, but you're going to resist on the head. So feet together and just resist. Same idea, we're gonna put it behind the neck. Same thing, we're gonna lift into our hands, we're not pulling down, we're just not letting our head just move through. Good, same idea, one side, push into your hand. Kind of warming up these muscles here on the side, make them stronger. Side. Roll it out. Good. Good. Now we're gonna move our hips side to side, over our heel. Now front and back. Think about your head stays with your torso, so you're not here and your body moves and your head stays still. All of this, like if you had a trauma collar on, everything goes together. Good, loose. Loosen up the leg. Good, feet together, knees together, rotate your knees. Other direction. Good, spread your feet, spread down. Good, from here, we're gonna get up in base, or sit down in base, really. So we're gonna have, you can use both hands or one, but you're gonna stick one foot in front, and then come right back up. Just to make sure we have balance, you pick both hands up. Now you can do it one-handed, or two-handed. But the main thing is between, both hands have to come up. So that you're not like this. Yes, please. 5 seconds. Eyes. Eyes. I just got to get up and face down to the heart.
Can't do it, I can't not do it.
Good. Don't do something till you can't, till you do it right. Do it till you can't do it wrong. All right, good. Let's bring our feet in closer. Squat down. Try to keep your heels flat. Press inside your elbows, press your knees out. Back. So kind of like a little neck stretch as you go back. Nice. All right, so now as we're coming back up, we're going to turn our hips, turn our feet sideways like this, both feet point the same way. And then our hips bring us up. So no hands. Go back, other side, hips bring us up. Perfect. Really want to get really good at that motion, just sit here and go. That's all core strength. It's all just center of the body, balance forward, not using any joint. All right, so now as we do this one more time, coming forward, this time the foot comes, and we come up on one knee. Very good. So on our backs. Now from here, keeping our head up, hands in, what we're going to do is just lift our hips, keep them up, and tilt over to a shoulder. Still keeping both feet on the ground. Now we're going to come back, hips all the way down, rest position. Then back up, other side. High as you can get your hips. Good. The most common mistake on this part is that as we go over here, we let this come down. We want to think we're still up, way up on our shoulder. Now let's add one more detail. So this is part of what we're going to do today for class. Is I want you to think about, I'm not going to roll over this part of my arm. I'm going to go over the top of my shoulder. So to do that, we got to do two things. Kind of drop this on, and you turn your head and look away, or to look at where you're going. So it gives you this space to go over the top of your shoulder. So you don't have to go all the way over, but just, yeah, your feet as close to your hips as possible. Okay. Don't let your arm get trapped underneath. So keep them up. Good. Now roll to your shoulder. Nice. That's it. Yes. All right. One more little challenge. One more little challenge. So what I want you to do is this time you are going to go all the way over, but you're not going to let your knees touch. You're not going to let your hips touch. You're going to come up. Go to plank. Not as hard as it seems. Okay. Nice. Good. Perfect. Good job. Nice. Nice. Yes, it's not as easy. It's easier than it looks. And I was going slow for demonstration purposes. So tonight we're going to talk about trap and rolls, like I said, our standard wrist release. Okay? So those were trap and rolls. That's the motion of trap and rolls. Most people, they hear trap and roll, and they think roll. Yeah. Rolling get down a hill. But it's really up and over so that you're breaking the bad guys back. And you can fall. You'll go with them. We'll come back to that in just a few minutes. All right, so from here, let's talk about the wrist releases. We're going to do our standard wrist releases today. And what's happening is the bad guy is going to, because we have bases the last one, right? Suggest the wrist releases. Yeah, 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 2-on-2. So the bad guy is coming up, he's going to grab your wrist. Now, what's the purpose? The purpose of the mentality is he wants to pull you somewhere. So we've gone past phase one of the attack. Phase one is unsuspecting target. You didn't know it was going to happen. You were pumping gas, you were shopping at the store, whatever. And they just come up, grab you, and start dragging you. Back in Bass Pro River Falls Mall, and still laid out the same. They have bathrooms upstairs in the back corner. They have like all the golf stuff and things like that. And there's a hallway with bathrooms. Those are what in my mind as a security, and safety professional, I look at that and go, that is the worst place to put it. You should put bathrooms in the center of the store. So people, it's not very aesthetic, but it's safe. On this back hallway back here, we probably put some cameras in this. Because again, all of this is a door, it's not a drag some. So those type of ideas, I look at that and go, that's just not the best idea. But that's what's happening. Grab and pull. They're trying to pull you phase two to isolation, somewhere where they can try to get you to phase two. Now, right now, all of this, anytime we're in phase two, is chaos. Chaos, noise, everything you can do to get away. When we get to phase three is when we've got to bring it down. Understand that we have to do some very, very detailed things. But for right now, bad guy grabs and starts to pull you. So what's the first thing we're going to do? We're going to grab, we're going to drop into the base. Now, whole base, just to remind you, is here. I want my shoulder in line with my hip and my heel. I'm here. I'm not here. This is going to bend me. Right? I'm here. Just grab it. And as he does, he's pulling me and getting a lot of energy. And I'm slowing him down, not letting him take me. Now, once I feel ready, could be 10 seconds, could be 3 seconds, could be, I don't want to go 6 feet to a car, right? I don't need in that way. So we're going to delay, and we're going to come in, shuffle in, pull the elbow. Shuffle in, pull the elbow. Now from here, push the elbow away. Breaking the grip. Hold the index or hold it back. Super soft. If you haven't had super soft, don't worry about that part. If you have, what you grab. So bad guy grabs me standing, minding my own business. Bad guy grabs my wrist, one hand on my wrist. Pulls it, starts to pull me. If I end up here starting, it's very likely, not paying attention, maybe, just catches me off guard, then I may have to adjust my feet to get into this position. Now, once I'm stable, I'm going to keep him in position and shuffle my feet, bringing my arm in. Now, from here, I'm going to push my elbow, lifting my hand to my ear, but my elbow comes away. Most common mistake is keeping the elbow here and maintaining the skin. This is all muscle. I will use leverage on my hand so that it causes impossible angle. So I make sure my elbow comes out, hand comes to my ear. From there, I extend that arm, I turn the hips. Any questions? Essential details of that base. Getting that base and making sure the elbow comes away. You gotta make sure the elbow gets there first. That's what I see, and that may be what Jen, you've been here just as long as anybody else for women power.
Yeah.
That's what happens. They try to control. You gotta make sure the elbow moves away. It should come up. It's impossible. And this bad guy's here. Arm comes up like this. Impossible to hang on. The risk is using the bad guy's arm and the leverage to pop it up. All right, let's go ahead and stand up. Thanks. Perfect. All right, on your own, I want you to visualize the bad guy. Big, mean, ugly, scary, smelly. Could be, maybe you picture, a dollar guy. He's good looking, and I don't know. But anyway, that type of idea, but somebody that's maybe not scary looking, but grabs in the house is kind of cool. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Good shuffle. As you shuffle, elbow comes in. Good. Nice. Not that. You're going to probably bring your hips forward. Yes. Next. Super slack. If you don't have it, then you just go ahead and shuffle back. Don't worry about it next. It's just to make sure you keep it at the right edge.
Put your hands out. I have one question, sorry. Like after you knock their hands away, I guess you're like, the sewer slab.
Mhm.
Where's your hand touch?
It's gonna be around the chest and
Okay.
shoulder area.
Then you're gonna,
Yes. Good question. Good question. All right, good with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Close your eyes so you can visualize. Let your imagination run on what this person looks like. Very nice. Okay. So now, back at it for more serious. Grabs two hands on your arm. So not one-on-one, two-on-one. He's grabbing here. So what's the challenge? The challenge is now he's using two hands, and it might be a little too strong for you to just push your arm through. So what do we do? A good rule of thumb, if he's using two hands, we can use two. Okay. So he grabs me, boom, get my base. Again, you can't pull me any stronger than what he was. That makes sense. He was here, he was still pulling using his whole body. So the pull is not going to be much different. It's just the security of the grip. So we're here, boom. Now I'm going to make a fist. Come in, grab the hand, then push the elbow. Index if you need to for super slap or with this. The same idea here. Bad guy grabs me, boom, pulls me into position. I'm here. He's got two hands. Now, same idea. I'm going to shuffle close, get my elbow close. Make that fist grab over between his arms. So I'm going to reach it. His hands are here. I'm going to reach between those two arms. Grab my fist. Then I use that for leverage as I push the elbow forward. Use that as a pivot to help get that hand up. Good. Index and super slide. Okay. All right, any questions?
so after you're up like this, then you go like that.
Correct. Yes. Yes. All right, so let's go through it a couple more times. 1, 2, 3. Good, yeah. Nice, very nice. Wrist, elbow forward, perfect. Shuffle in, nice. Breathe. One little detail. Come this way.
Okay.
And think about this. And your shoulder. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Don't turn this way. See, this can bend. This has a lot less bend this way. So you can still bend a little, but it's nowhere close to what the wrist will do here. Okay, and it keeps the thin part of the wrist coming through the top. It's not thick.
I probably would be able to turn it anyway. So it was actually.
Perfect. All right. So now, those are kind of more of maybe an abduction type of idea, gravity, dragging or something. When we start talking about using two hands on one hand on each hand, one hand here, one hand here, this starts, making you think a little bit more of a domestic situation, a situation where it's a known attacker versus a unknown attacker. So now we have this position, more of a control position for grabbing the arms, make the relish. So from here, that's the first thing we do. Base. And we want to put our strong foot, if we can choose. They've got two hands, we can choose. So if they go to pull, we put our big foot forward. Now, from here, strong side back, same idea. We're going to shuffle in. I want the strong hand first. One hand, two hands, index, so it's the same motion as the first one, but we're just doing it on one hand at a time. Why one hand at a time? Because trying to do both doesn't work. You can't use your hips, you can't use your core, just be straight muscle. So again, back I got my arms, try to pull me, I step in, get my face, down. When I'm ready, up, boom, turn this one just like I'm doing my ear. Other side, turn it down. Pay attention to that. And here, as I go to do this one, look at this foot here. I want to pivot. I do the next one, I want to pivot. Turn my body. So that look, I'm already here for that nice hard. So that helps you engage your hips in the motion. So you're actually letting everything twist with you. Yes. Questions? Most common mistake on this is just not putting your strong side back. You're right-handed, put your right hand back. You're left-handed, put your left hand. Essential details, one hand at a time. One hand at a time. Don't try to do this. I've seen different martial arts. I've taught some before they've done this. What's the danger here? You can't bring both elbows, so what is this all? This is only muscle. All right, very good. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Which way is the back one? The back one pivots
Yeah, you're gonna pivot forward.
this way? Yeah.
So when you're here, one hand is caught, you're gonna twist, and bring it over. And then by putting your hand behind. Perfect. One of your parts,
Pardon?
one of you has part.
It's a little weird to have this other person.
Right, after all this time, yeah. For sure. I feel like I want to practice the other way. Just in case. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could just use.
Hold your face, not the back. And more like, right, more towards the back. The back of the foot. And then you do that.
Okay. All right. So, phase 2, trying to drag it somewhere and try to get out. Works, doesn't work, right? Let's talk about a phase 3 test. So what is phase 3? Phase 3 is when they are subduing us and they're trying to exhaust us. Most likely phase 3 is on the ground. And what we see is the bad guy typically does a few different things. One of the most common things is that they kneel over the top of us. It's called mountain position. Right? We're here between the knees. And this is where we're at. They're either choking, they're grabbing hair. Tonight we're going to talk about if they're punching if they are just doing the big brother, I'm not gonna let you up, or if they're pinning your hands. And so what's the motivation? Motivation is to make you tired, where you can't fight anymore. Or, as a punch block, incapacitate you. Can't take too many shots there. People are the best professional fighters in the world. They get in that position, they take too many shots right there and they're done. That's over. Glove, that's what we used to be able to. We can't allow that to happen. So, again, bad guy's on top here, he's gonna sit up, and we're looking to rain down. So what does this person do? I'm here now, I'm on the bottom. Bad guy's now mounted, both knees here over my hips, sitting up, punches are coming. What do we do from here? Without jujitsu. One of the most common things people say, go ahead.
I was just gonna say cover.
Yeah, cover. It's not a horrible idea. Right? You know, it'll work to an extent. Challenge is I'm still not getting out of here. I want to get out of here. I don't want to stay here. Because even if I'm covered and he's not laying completely on my face, if he hits my arms, what does my head do? Yeah. So every time I get hit, I'm getting hit twice. I'm getting hit in the front, I'm getting hit in the back. So that's not, while that's a good idea to cover, it's not a solution for us. Another thing people do is they talk about dirty fighting. When they punch, when they kick the groin, or punch or grab the groin, I'll go to kids and I'll tickle it. And that's probably not going to happen. In the real world, they have to be very, very ticklish. And, you know, groin shots here may work. Punching back at them, if they're leaning forward, might, you know, do some damage. The challenge is this is as far as my arm can go, reaching up to the face. So that's not a very far muscle into that. It's maybe a level 2 punch, right? 2 joints. 1, 2. Do that punch. Not a whole lot of power. Hitting the groin. If I hit it, maybe it incapacitates and they fall off. But if I miss, what is our challenge? Now you just most likely made an attacker angry. Now it's going to get a little more vicious. So, and they're still on top. They still have the body weight. They still have the energy, the gravity. So it can be very difficult. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to sit up, hug the bad guy. Head tight. Legs down. Climb the tree, arms up the back, shoulders using the feet. Arms up the back, shoulders using the feet. I say using the feet, I mean pushing. Now from here, I'm up high, close to the head. Wrap the back. Wrap over top of the arm. Grab the back of the arm, just above the elbow. From here, trap the foot, lift the hips, does this look familiar? And we're going to roll. Now, once we get here, I'm going to sit low, knees up and close, monkey grip over the arm, just like this, with my forearm against the elbow. Monkey grip, head down. And we're going to chill here. He's going to fight, try to get out. He's not going to be able to punch us because we're holding his arms. Back up. I don't want to use the word hold. Hold makes you think that you're doing something active here. We're just literally just doing this. We're just whip arming and finding, following. The most common mistake I see on this, and they clinch down. Use a lot of strength. And what happens is then they have no follow. And easily that happens. So you're just kind of here, just tracking those arms. Nice and easy. Looks like a marionette. Really is. Very frustrating, right? Now, once they chill, once they stop attacking for a second, you're gonna sit up, over elbow, overhand elbow to the nose or face. Downward elbow to the abdomen, hands on the hips, there's no hips here. So reach the floor, and I'm gonna pop up. Place. A lot of details. Most of it is, once you get there, it's intuitive. Okay. So from here, bad guy's mounting or he's already on top. Anytime somebody's getting on top of me, I don't want to expose my face. So the first thing I do, sit up and hug them. Nice and tight, ear to the chest. Now I use my legs and my back, drive them back down. Make sure their hands hit the mat. Their hands are on the mat, they're not on my face. Now, I'm going to climb the tree, so I'm going to bring this up. Now, one thing, if they are too big for you to get your hands clamped, big, burly person, then you put your hands on the shoulders. Use it like backpack straps. Either way, I want to get even with the shoulders with my chin. So either here, climb, move, until his shoulders are about right here. Head is still up the whole time. Now, whether I'm here or I'm here, I want to wrap the back. I do this so that it's this bone holding me up, not this muscle holding me up. So it's a lot less energy. I take this hand on the inside next to my body. That guy's hand is here. I'm going to come inside and then over the arm, grabbing just above the elbow. Keep them from pulling out. So here, one, down, climb, wrap, inside, over the arm, grab it. If the bad guy's elbow is on the mat, slow, and put your hand up here on the left, back right. Good line for it. The hand is on, the elbow's on the lat, on the mat, hand is on the lat, the elbow's in the sky, and on the try. Not that smart, it's,
It's okay.
I can say that.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, so again, we're here. I came in, I'm holding the back, I come in, I wrap, I grab the tricep, trap the foot. Don't forget to step over that foot so you can't base out. Now I'm gonna lift towards the side that I've got the arm trapped and the foot trapped. Up high as far as I can, and then roll, boom, coming over. Hands go over the arms. Again, you're hooking the back of the triceps. You're gonna hold, the forearm is going to lay right here. So as this arm goes, I'm just following with my elbow. Nice and easy, pushing from the ball. Once they chill, they stop fighting for a second. Come up on one hand, downward elbow, right to the face, and a north-south elbow. Down. Against the hips, pop up, to the face. And strikes are just for distraction. Yeah. Okay. Any questions? I'm hearing Paul's here. You got it. Watch those shoulders.
I got so confused, like, wait, whose arm is that? Is that the good guy, the bad guy?
So just to help you picture the bad guy. Bad guy's here on top, he's gonna sit up, he's gonna throw the punch, you hug them and bring them down. So they're here, they're either here or they're here. So now you're wrapping your arms around the back, climbing up, getting your head higher on the body. You're staying attached to them by bringing your hand across the back. You're gonna come inside and then wrap the body, grabbing either the tricep or yes.
Okay. Okay, I
Does that
needed to
make
see
sense?
that. I needed to see that view.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good, thank you. That's a good question. Now, once you do that, when you're doing it with a partner later, you want to make sure your partner's hand is safe. So they're not sticking out like this and you go to roll over that hand and that goes to this. What happens to the guy on the street? Hey, that's one less tool we have. So over here, that guy's gonna get lifted up and they're gonna roll. Boom. You're gonna be now in between the legs. So you're gonna leave your head on the chest, knees out here beside the hips. So your knees are wide. Don't put them in too close because that makes you tippable. So knees are wide, they're right here. You're just hugging the hips. Arms are draped over my arms, so I'm trying to maybe punch you. If I go to push, you just hug the hips. Clank down. Question. Elbow to the face, elbow to the abdomen.
We're going back to if the bad guy is bigger than what my arms can reach. Is it a bad thing to grab clothes if I have to?
No, it's fine. If you've got something there to grab, perfectly okay. I always, think the beach with the guy that doesn't realize that a Speedo's not for his size.
Right. He doesn't have a shirt.
And all he has is back here. Yeah. And it's a hot day at the beach.
Yeah.
He likes sport. There Okay, so in any case, so let's practice this. The other two variations, I can somewhat go off of this. So this is why we're spending so much time on this. All right, any questions? 1, 2, 3. Started to get a tickle in my throat. I had to get my water. That's it. Good. Pull them down. Head up against the chest. Shoulder walk. Pull. Yes. Perfect. Wrap the back. Go under the arm, then over the arm. Perfect. Trap the foot. Yes. Good. Wrapping those arms. Head is down. Not tippable. Love it.
Perfect.
Once
Now,
you chill.
face out first, that's a good base.
Good. So let me show you this.
Control it.
Because everybody tries to do this when you won't
Now,
reach.
Yeah.
chill
So it's
a
kind
little
of, what you think about
bit,
your
strong
legs?
elbow, sit up, and just come over the top. So think
Yeah, I can never get, okay.
face.
Yes.
Down,
And
good.
down like that.
Yes, that's going to hit the groin and the belly, that one. The other one hits the face.
That's exactly it.
Nice.
Exactly.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I was always not sure how that.
I was better.
Yeah.
So it's just a way of. Like you're trying to reach into the cookie jar from way up high. Like they taught us how to say the letter I when we were kids. Wish when I was a kid.
Wrap the arm.
Perfect. Outside, perfect. Drop the foot, both foot push off the ground. Oh, good.
So when I do this, what is this hand supposed to be doing? Just still,
Great, quick. Yeah, it's just blocking that up.
still grab.
Yep, we can do that. It can transition to the bicep. The main thing is you don't want to put too much weight on it. Because if they move it while you're putting weight on it, your arm goes out and that's your support for the front. Good. So we're going to get more practice on that move. So the next one is two arms trapped. The wrist pin variation. So now instead of the bad guy sitting up to punch us, he's being your big brother. He's holding your hands on the back. Right? Or here. Okay, so it's scary because I can't move my hands. Obviously, I can't wrap the back. He's got my hands pinned. Way up here, so I can't defend myself. It's kind of scary. We call it Big Brother to make you think about your big brothers if you have one, or the bully. But in reality, this is, trying to restrain you. I'm a pin. I'm gonna have my way with it, right? Can be very scary, very uncomfortable. And so we have to deal with this. Here's what we're going to do. So here, feet up, walk up. From here, snow angel. Back, everything else is the same. Okay. So again, we're here. Arms are way up here. I want you to practice with your arms way up here. Don't practice here, it's too easy. Way up here, big, long, tall person. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do that same shoulder walk and move your shoulders even with your elbows. Now that the hands are here, explosively lift your hips and throw the hands down. Safety check. Turn your face. If the bad guy's arms are going to start sliding this way, his hips are coming up, so he's going to be in a bad angle. And what will happen if you don't turn your face, he's going to smash your face, like possible. Especially if he doesn't let go too quick. So you want to turn your face so if nothing else, it just sits here. Now, once he lets go, and he'll let go. You reach up, hug the body, and now we do that same thing. 1, 2, 2, grab, try. Everything else the same thing. So the only difference is how we get into that position. Most common mistake that happens is not getting these arms low enough. This is very hard to do the snow angel part. But once you get here, it's much easier. And it's not necessarily because you have more muscle here. It's because the bad guy was here, very well balanced, lots of angle here. But as you drift, he follows you. Look at the angle of the arms. Now you lift his hips. And he goes past his hands. Just for fun, try that in a minute. See what that feels like. So you're explosively making this happen. And he has to catch himself. Or just basically. So that's kind of the idea. That's why this works. It's not because you have more muscle. Central detail is this motion here has to be together. The hips and the hands have to go together. You can't hip and then try to move the hands because it puts all the weight on the hands. So you have to do this. You gotta turn your head sideways. The hips stay up, that keeps him forward, that makes this much easier. Another thing I see mainly when I watch the kids do this grappling, is I'll go, boom, I got it out, great! Let's sit your hands right back here for it. Put your hands back here. Go, hold them. Didn't realize that very much time. Yeah. That's a normal thing. People do that to keep you moving. In the jiu-jitsu class with bigger kids, they'll do it, boom. Yeah, got you. Let us go. No. All right, questions? Let's do it a couple of times. Looking good today, ladies. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good. Good. Come back. Let's do it again. Just a moment. Do that roll one more time. So try not to come up on your elbow.
Okay.
Come up over your shoulder. Yes!
Okay.
Beautiful. That was perfect.
I think it's coming to see.
Beautiful. Very nice, ladies, very nice. Okay. Here's our, either of those two variations. The punch block, you reach up and you hug them as they try to punch you. Or the snow, what I call the snow angel version, but it's the wrist pin variation. After they come to the ground, they put their hands out. Instead of coming here when you try to wrap that arm, there's too much structure. You can't get them in. And so they're here, they're not rolling because they just went, they look like the cat trying to put a cat into a pool. Ah! Away. Wrong. Over here, the arm is there. You can't pull on the arm. You're not able to pull it in and break it down. What do you do? You can't pull. What's the opposite? Close. What's the opposite of pull? Push. Push. So, if I can't do this because it wedges into the ground, then I'm going to make it do. Think about bridges. When we see bridges, what gives it structure? It's not that everything is this way, it's that the pieces are this way. So the structure of his arm, you know, we talked about that when the wrists are here, right? We want this to happen so that they lose their balance. So here, bad guy's on top, I've done this, the arms go out wide. I do the punch, and I go to break it, no way. Not there. So either one, I'm either boom, I'm climbing. I go to reach and then go. So from here, grab the wrist, push, pull around, grab the elbow, grab the foot. So it goes back to variation number one.
Can you show that from the bad guy's view?
Yes. So bad guy is here. You're trying to pull on the arm, and it's not going anywhere, so you're going to push it, bring it around here. So he'll try to pull his arm back. It's actually going to put it right in position for you. That makes sense? He's not going to just go, oh, you got me. But you're going to bring it around. Two hands are on this arm now. And then the one, you trap it to the chest, you grab the elbow really quick. And really, you don't even have to grab the elbow truthfully. That's these guys. How many times do I just have a hold of your sleeve? Oh, it's wonderful. You gotta tag it on, you just hang on to it like this. Won't go anywhere. I'll just do it. A lot of times I'm just sitting there going, okay, every time I'm going to do this, I'm going to see what I'm doing. Yeah, I have. So in any case, what's happening, again, we're here, bad guy's arm is going to go up, where they don't have any friction. Come around, trap it, trap the foot here, lift them up. So again, whichever variation you choose to do, punch block, wrist pin, you're here, you're coming up, try to break the arm down, no way. So you take the arm off the back, grab both hands and push it, and pull it over the top. Look at what my body does. I'm not just trying to use arm strength, I'm using my whole body to pull it across. Trap the arm, now I gotta go to the side that I have the arm trapped. Trap the foot. Any questions? All right. So either of the two variations in your mind, what's going on? So we're kind of visualizing both of those as we do this. So start from the premise of the punching, or they got you pinned, and just do a couple of reps. Questions? 2, 3.
So, the arm is right here.
Okay.
Back across the body. Set it down on your hand, same side.
So now it's on there.
You're already.
It's already there.
Oh,
You just reach around and grab the side.
okay.
And then you're gonna do.
So visualize.
Bad guys almost like this.
So you start here. I'll go with you. That's it. Nice. Even though we were disconnected, you're making the seeing that move,
Yeah.
seeing me move.
Oh,
that
yeah.
good. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
that.
Good. I thought it
I'm
was.
a very visual learner.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
you
I'm,
did the trap and roll,
so it's, yeah, and then
You reach
so like
across.
this. And then I'm trying to break this arm. to
right,
the
but it's way up here.
Okay.
So it's on.
Oh, right, so then I have to like,
So you can turn on your side, grab his wrist, push it north,
and then,
and then go all over, bring it around, which is gonna pull his hand around this way. Get it across, shut that wrist. Keep holding.
Beautiful, Carol. That was
And then
perfect.
you grab the bottom line, grab everything up.
That'll work.
He's gonna,
Hey, guys, we'll be right with you.
when a bad guy.
All right, ladies.
Bad guy's gonna try and get it on back under. When you turn, he's gonna pull it back.
okay,
Mhm.
So he's gonna pull it right into where you want.
okay, yeah.
Okay. So mindset here, really quick, something to keep in mind. If the bad guy's sitting up to try to punch you, you know you have to get up there and get it. Once he comes down, hands are on the mat, whether they're pinning your hands or out wide, it's okay. Because they're not punching. If they're deciding just to hold you down, they're not hitting you. So just go for the move. Just work on the move. They try to punch you, you know what you gotta do, you just hang in there and you go. Makes sense. All right, very good, very good. Class number 3 coming up on Saturday. No class next Saturday. We have the Taekwondo testing and there'll be too much going on with the big in-person and online